Hi, Glenn Peoples here, the Peoples Carpenter. I've built a drawer for the kitchen island that I'm working on. I have never built a drawer before, so this was a learning experience, and I'm explaining it to you in the way that made best sense to me after I had shopped around and decided on what I think is just the right combination of ease, practicality, strength, and aesthetics. You can decide whether or not I strike that balance effectively. Currently, the kitchen island is midway through the finishing process, and after the drawer I also made some nice handles for this, but I will bump those into the next video. In the meantime, here's how I built a drawer. This is the kitchen island I've been working on, and I started to think, you know what, it looks like a table. You know, a kind of nice small table, but not quite islandish enough. It needs more things in here that do things. So I decided to make a drawer. I've never made a drawer before, so this is a learning curve for me, and I've got some recycled scraps of pine from an old workbench that I dismantled in the cottage. So let's just crack into it and see if I can do this. I need to put a slot in the sides of the drawer box so that I can slide the, what do you want to call it, the bottom of the drawer in. And here's where a lot of people use a table saw, and that might be easier, but I don't have a table saw. I'm going to try and do this on my benchtop router, and I have a 1/4 inch bit in there. Now, in making the measurements for the box, my dimensions don't matter, because whatever you make isn't going to be exactly the same size as what I make. This is the front face of the box, although I'm going to put a nice face over the top of that. What's important here is this is not going to be the full width of the box. There are going to be side pieces on either side, so the front face won't cover the whole width. And that's because I want screws to be going in from the side into the edges of this front piece, so that when I pull the drawer open, I'm not constantly trying to pull the face off the drawer. You'll see what I mean when I put the screws in. And there is the drawer box so far. Not at all attached, just sitting in place. I wrote front and back on my pieces because you could easily get these things mixed up, or I could anyway. Of course that won't be visible because there's going to be a nice showpiece on the front made from Rimu. Okay, so my slot aligns all the way around, so that's good. Now I need to make the piece that's going to sit in there. I don't have any plywood. I'm just going to have a think about the best way to do that, but I'm probably going to just thin down some pieces of wood and glue them together. Give me a moment to chew this over. So the slot in these pieces of the drawer box has a height of 1/4 of an inch, which is 6.35 millimeters. I planed these pieces of poplar. Oh, by the way, I resawed a couple of poplar planks and then planed the pieces down to 6.2 millimeters, just a whisker under that, so they will sit nicely in there with a hair's breadth of movement, which is good. Okay, now to glue these together. I didn't want to try gluing up all 4 of these thin pieces at once, so I'm going to glue them into 2 sections of 2 and then glue those 2 together. Now I've got those 2 sets of 2 panels glued up together. The reason there's a small guitar amplifier on there is that it's a good idea to sit some weight on there to stop the whole thing from bulging upwards because they're quite thin. Right, it's time to screw this drawer box together. So I have measured lines in 4 places so that the screws will go through the sides and hit the front and back pieces right in the middle and hopefully not split anything. I've seen a method like this used a few times, but the most recent place where I saw it was on the YouTube channel of Bourbon Moth. This is the back piece of the drawer. Another trick that I saw Bourbon Moth do is, and I thought it was a good idea, so that's why I'm doing it, not just because he did it, is cut the bottom piece off this so that the bottom of the drawer, if you want to, can slide out, because the way that I'm attaching these side pieces means that the box of the drawer can never be dismantled. So this way you can replace the bottom if it gets damaged. Okay, it actually sits together. That's a good start. And this bottom piece will just sit in here. Sorry, the back piece I should say. Now what I did off camera is I marked the points where I would be inserting my screws and drew a shallow 10mm hole. So when I put this screw in, it's going to be sitting well below the surface. And then I'm going to put a decorative plug into the hole above it, gluing it in. I'm just using construction screws for this, which are unattractive, but they will be invisible because they will be covered by the plug. There we are, one drawer box with a bottom that slides out. Now I don't generally want it to slide out unless I want it to slide out, so I will screw it in from below. When you install these, I suppose in theory it might be nice to have the grain, because that's the face of the wood there. You can do end grain plugs as well. Have the grain aligned with the grain of the side of the drawer box, so I'll try that. If you ever get it wrong, don't worry. No one's ever going to be looking closely at the plugs in the side of the drawer, which is closed most of the time. And that is the new view from behind. Now there are a few different ways of making drawer slides. You can always just buy metal ones, or you can make wooden ones. And even when you're making wooden ones, there are a few different ways to go. You'll see what I'm doing. I'm going to attach a rail here, and then between those there will be a rail affixed to the inside of the island, and hopefully everything will slide nicely. I'm recycling some old furniture screws, but I'm just giving them a wax, which is generally a good idea when you're screwing hardwoods generally. I said generally twice, which is a little bit awkward. Nice, I got a little bit of wax on the surface, which is okay because I'm going to wax these rails. Alright, lots of screws to put in. Okay, so on the side of the drawer there are going to be two rails. One here, one there, and on the inside of the island there will be a rail attached thus, so the drawer can slide in and out. So I will use that as the guide, use that rail as a guide for placing the rail on the drawer, but I don't want it super tight. A little bit of play will be fine, but only a small amount. And so I will add this ruler as a spacing. Take the ruler out, and yep, that's a great amount of movement. Love it. The moment of truth. Will it do what I thought it would? Yes. Yes, it will. Oh, that is good. Now, obviously I don't want it to slide that far back, but by attaching a facade to the front, that will stop it from sliding back. So now I suppose I should do that. Now, true story, I picked up this piece of wood over here. It's a piece of rimu. It is a scrap. I don't know what it is a scrap from. I hadn't intended it for any particular use, but it just turns out, by happenstance, if there is any such thing, that it is the ideal size for this. So I will dress it up nicely and use it. There's been a little bit of tear out there and there, but a few strokes with a hand plane along the edge I think will tidy that up nicely. Okay, now I'll soften these corners with a little bit of sandpaper. Right, now to, oh good, I'm glad my clamp will reach over, because I need to use this clamp to hold this in place while I screw it to the front of the drawer box from the inside. Partially tighten it and then move it. Yeah, that's better. Done. Okay. Okay, so this is what I'm going to use as a drawer stop. I'll put a piece of poplar across here and then a little one here, and then maybe I need to loosen it a little bit. And that's as far as it opens. And that's it. That's how I made the drawer. In the next video, you will see some handles being made, but more importantly, the finishing process. This is the first time that I've ever used 100% tung oil. I am a fan. I will be using it again, but you'll see how I did that next time.